Hello, historians, researchers, genealogists, readers, and writers of all kinds. Welcome to my channel. I'm Sandy. Today, let's take a look at another inspiration for writing letters and documenting your history. We'll do that by taking a look at another fountain pen ink. Today, we'll look at Kyanite by the Birmingham Pen Company. Kyanite, the word kyanite, comes from the Greek word for deep dark blue, cyan or cyan. It's the same word you see in pigments today, C-Y-A-N, but the original Greek word was K-Y-A-N. Kyanite is a mineral. It comes in various shades of blue and some other colors as well. I'll post a photo here. Here's my ink journal. And you'll see that kyanite is kind of an earthy blue. It's definitely not a bright blue. It's more toward a slate color than a bright blue, kind of a stormy sky blue. It's slightly transparent. It flows really well in the fountain pen. And it's good for shading because of that slight transparency. You can layer the colors, as you can see here. Let's take a look at this ink on different kinds of paper. The first paper is a 100% cotton note card. This paper drinks in the ink. It allows you to completely saturate it, thereby showing the true color of the ink. So at the top of this card, that's what you see. I completely saturated it with the kyanite, and this is the color. Back to the ink journal, you'll see I've tested the ink on a 1x1 square of the same cotton note card paper, and beneath it a 1x1 square of bright white paper. The color is almost identical. The color on the bright white paper is just a little bit brighter blue. Beneath that square, you'll see the UV test. I put the kyanite ink on a piece of bright white copy paper and posted it in my window, a southwest facing window, for 4 weeks. This equates to about 400 years of normal office wear and tear for a normal document. So the significant fade that you see here, there's nothing to worry about. This ink will completely hold up for regular document use. The chromatography strip really shows all of the elements of this ink. You'll see the bright blue at the top. You'll see that a magenta color has been pulled toward the middle, and that slate gray has been pulled all the way down by gravity to the bottom. You'll see the same effect in the watercolor test, where some of that bright blue and some of the magenta has been pulled away when saturated with water. And now for the swatches. At the top left is the 160 GSM Artist Loft white sketch paper. I think in this swatch in particular, I see the most balance in the ink. You'll notice the watercolor test really didn't separate out the other colors. And at the top where he did the saturation and then kind of faded out the ink, it looks consistent across the entire card. The 190 GSM Strathmore sketch paper, which is slightly ivory in tone, but a really smooth sketch paper, shows the separation of the colors during the water test, but overall still a really balanced ink. The third swatch is the plain white index card, and I think you'll see that the water test separated out more of the different colors this time. You can see the bright blue, and you can also see some of the magenta here. Now let's put kyanite to use by writing a letter. And here's an idea for a subject for that letter. Why not write a letter to a friend or a family member and recommend some of your favorite books or books that you think they will like? Here's a letter that I've written, and I will mail it, recommending Mythos by Stephen Fry, The Snowball, which is the biography of Warren Buffett, Kitchen Confidential, Anthony Bourdain, In Cold Blood by Truman Capote, and Life, the biography of Keith Richards. I wrote 2 identical letters, and I soaked one in cold water for 30 seconds and then rinsed the letter. And you'll see here that kyanite does have some staying power. Next, if you're like me, you like your fountain pens and you use your highlighters frequently. Let's test kyanite against a regular yellow highlighter. Just writing out the alphabet. The ink flows really well. It's slightly dry, but it doesn't dry out the nib of the pen. You'll see it's a really good tone. This is a medium nib that I'm using. And let's grab that highlighter. And you'll see that this ink holds up. No smearing at all. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found something interesting. And I hope you'll try writing letters. Whether you're recommending your favorite books, sharing recipes, or sharing family stories, letters are such an important way to record our family history. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Please consider subscribing and sharing. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best in your research. Bye for now.